community. It's the Lazy-Eyed Modeler here in the Woody Workshop. Time for another Toss the Sprue. It's been a couple weeks or more since I've talked to you, and it's time to talk again. Just want to bring a few things up, and I have a list here, so if I keep looking down, that's what I'm doing. Otherwise, I just forget and I look at the camera with a silly expression on my face. First of all, I want to mention the Styrene Syndicate and their 48-hour marathon at the end of the month. Likely you've heard about this elsewhere, but if you haven't, check out the Styrene Syndicate. They're having a 48-hour marathon. They're staying away from the term 48-hour build because that, they don't want to step on the toes of Chevy Cheeseburger, Nick Ambergris, and Aries Styrene, the guys that ran the 48-hour build. This is something different. It's going to be live streamed for the full 48 hours. If you want to participate, get in touch with them. You can start that night as long as you have your phone or your watch or something. It'll show the date and the time and your model that it's not started. And they're going to go for 48 hours. They're going to be hosting, and they'll be having prizes and whatnot. They have quite a list of contributors who are contributing prizes to this whole thing. But they would like you to subscribe either to the person's YouTube page, to their Google Plus page, and if you're into Facebook, like Badger's donating a number of things. But Badger's only on Facebook, so subscribe to all the various Facebook pages. And then when the event is happening, if you post questions, you're listed on there as participating or watching or however that works. You can win some of these cool prizes. Unfortunately for that weekend, I'm kind of booked for a couple of different things, so I don't think I'll be able to participate much, and I certainly won't be able to do the 48-hour build, but I will be watching when I can, and I suggest everybody else gets involved. And this is not just cars, it's armor, sci-fi, planes, figure painters, Warhammer, Maquet, Gundam, I guess, whatever. Just so long as you're building, you're starting fresh and building it in 48 hours, that should fly. So go check out the Styrene Syndicate or Red Dragon Model Works. I think he's doing actually everything though under the Styrene Syndicate. So if you want to see the people donating and the rules and that type of stuff of what's happening, go check them out. Okay, another thing I wanted to discuss is anybody else having problems watching YouTube videos? There are some YouTube videos I click on, it starts and it stops in about 7 seconds, and then the little thing just goes around and round and around. And then, Google or YouTube gives you, are you experiencing problems? And then they basically make it out to be your service provider, your internet provider, and it's their fault because the usage is too high and all this stuff. And yet 30 seconds later I can click on a different video and watch it no problem at all. And yet I go back to the first video I was trying to watch, I still can't watch it. It just sits there and spins and spins and spins. And it doesn't matter what time of day. There are certain videos, it just will not play. I got to fiddle and play, and sometimes I can get them to play, and sometimes it's just, forget it. I can't watch this video. It just will not let me watch this video. And I don't understand what's happening there. And if anybody else is having the same problem, let me know. It makes no sense that it's the internet provider when I can watch a video right after and watch it no problem whatsoever, and watch another video and watch it no problem whatsoever, and then go back to that original video and I'll just sit there and the little thing spins around and around and around, and I just cannot. Smokin' Joe just had a video on his build of the Revell 30 Ford, and I had to play with that and play with that and play. Finally I got to see his video. But that was just a lot of dicking around with, sliding the thing back and forth, trying to convince it to play. And then I tried to watch one last night. It was the same way. And I've had this. back in the winter, I had that happen a number of times for 2 or 3 weeks, and that seemed to disappear and was fine. And then last month or so, it's every so often I hit it 2 or 3 videos, and it just doesn't want to play them. I don't understand it, and there's no sense trying to complain to YouTube, I'm sure. Now, speaking of Smokin' Joe and his 30 Ford, the Revell 30 Ford, and I suggest you go check out what he's doing there. It's quite interesting. He's doing some weathering and planning for some weathering and whatnot. It's looking really good. And the 30 Ford also seems to have our Dr. Cranky all cranked up. And that's a good thing. I hope he started working on that from what I've seen, and I hope we see some more videos from him. And it's great to see Dr. Cranky back cranking out some model builds, and it's nice to see that the 30 Ford has him energized again. And speaking of the 30 Ford, I've managed to get my hands on one. There it is there, right there. But you've seen my issue with the Mobius Belvedere. If you go back in the archives there about a month or so ago, I was complaining about the warped Mobius Belvedere. Well, now look what I've got. Hopefully, yeah, you can. I think you can see that. Can anybody there count the wheels? Let's see. 1 wheel, 2 wheels, 3 wheels, no wheel. And it's not floating around in the bag anywhere. This is a sealed bag. So if I want to use steelies on this build, I'm SOL. 3 wheels instead of 4. I got 4 brake drums. I guess I can do a diorama with a 30 Ford missing its wheel. Oops. Anyway, so yeah, just can't win apparently with new kits these days. The other thing I wanted to mention, and a hint I should take, is a lot of people are redoing their shops. Darren Shank just did a video on how he's redoing the open air model shop, and he's putting wood up, and he's made some great shelves, and so he can get some heat out there in the cooler weather, and so he can get some AC out there in the summer weather. And that's I'm sure he'll enjoy that. And there's been a few of you out there lately redoing your workspaces and whatnot, and it's a great idea. Sometimes we kind of just keep going and going and going and forget that things pile up and whatnot, and then you kind of look around and say there's got to be a better way of doing this. And it's kind of neat to see you. And of course the other guy that's done it lately is Chevy Cheeseburger. And it's great seeing how people are sorting out their workspaces and whatnot, and it's kind of inspirational, and it gives everybody else ideas. So I want to thank the people who are doing such things for doing doing these videos and giving us ideas and sharing that with us. So anyway, and I should mention, obviously, my own project, my own group build. I'm going to do a separate video, but the 57 Ford Del Rio station wagon, Lee Fisher, the Styrene Marine, has got 2 of them on the go. He's doing a great job on them. I haven't seen anybody else's started, and obviously you haven't seen mine yet, but I am going to do a video after this, whether it gets uploaded tonight or tomorrow, I'm not sure, but I will be, in the next couple of days, you will be seeing my thought processes on what I'm doing. I haven't done a lot on it, but there's a reason for that, and I'll explain that in that video. If anybody else has started, and I will mention that in the other video, but if anybody else has started and I'm not aware of it, please let me know so I can go check it out and make sure I'm following you or subscribed to you. And yeah, okay, I guess we'll leave it at that. And I'll talk more about the project in the following video. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is having a good summer. We have a cool day here today. Behind me, I've actually got the shop window open to try to freshen things up in here. I was going to do these 2 videos last night, and I don't know if it's because I cut the lawn yesterday or what, but I got out here to do videos last night, and all I did was sneeze and blow my nose and had tears running down my face, and it's like, okay, there's no way I can do a video. But anyway, it's nice and pleasant. We're getting some fresh air in here in the shop, and this has likely been going forever. So we'll end it here. Keep an eye out for an update on the 57 Ford same kit build, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care now. Bye.